line is open. Late night voices in the dark, real talk straight from the heart. No games, no mess, no disguise, just truth when you step on the line. Call me up, the line stay open. Say what's real, no sugarcoating. Love and life, yeah, we unfold it. Step to the mic, don't hold it. Call me up, we going there. Tell your truth, don't let it hide. This the place where voices rise. Soft rain every time. He said, she said, we break it down. Different views when we come around. From the chat to the laugh call line. If it's on your heart, it's your time. The line is open, we going live. Say what you feel, it's your time. Soft Reign Hotline, let's talk.
Welcome to the Soft Reign Hotline, where the lines are open and the truth is louder than opinions. This is the space where real people bring real questions and real conversations to the table. No scripts, no filters, just perspective. So if you've got something on your mind, dial in and speak your truth. You're now under Soft Reign.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Soft Reign Hotline, where the truth is spoken and not sugarcoated. I'm your girl, Soft Reign, and tonight I'm going to step into a conversation that sometimes gets uncomfortable. You know, we got baby daddies, baby mamas, and some boundaries. First, I do want to play y'all this song because it goes so well with everything that we're going to be talking about tonight, and it's from Alicia Keys, and it's Blended Families. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it all up here, just like this. Welcome in to everybody that's already here. And Too Deep was here in here early. Miles, thank you for being here, Miles. We're going to listen to some Alicia Keys right quick. Yeah. Oh, let me put me back up on stage. Oh, there I am. Welcome everybody that's already here. And Too Deep was in here early. Miles is here. Good evening, Miles. Hey, Uncle Plug. Hey, Jen. Hey, Tutai. How you doing? And Skull. So welcome everybody on in. So tonight I have a great topic to talk about. You know, sometimes I'm gonna put this poll in here. Oh, it's a new thing with StreamYard. I wonder if I hide it with it. Oh, can y'all still see the poll in the chat? If I hit hide, is it in the chat? Is this healthy? Is this healthy co-parenting or crossing the line? So tonight I want to get into something that gets real uncomfortable real fast. Tonight I want to talk about boundaries, not just in relationships, but in co-parenting, because some of y'all are saying we're doing it for the kids, but it's looking a little too close for comfort. And of course, I wanted to use a high-profile example, Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz. They were very public, and Alicia, she even wrote a book about it, about the blended family dynamic. Because depending on who you ask, that situation is either healthy or confusing. So tonight, y'all already know my hotline is open. I'll put the number up in just a few minutes. And I see y'all are in here. I welcome everybody that's already in that can't put anything in the chat, that's already put something in the chat. I really appreciate it too. So you know, Swizz Beatz ex-wife Mashonda is actively involved in family vacations, group photos, co-parenting, and everything that is involved with Swizz Beatz and Alicia Keys. I know there was some controversy early last year about them maybe going through a divorce, but I have not been able to find anything that states that they have gone through a divorce. So I wanted to talk about this tonight. But, so on the surface, this looks mature and everything, but is it really healthy to be too close? Should exes be involved with everything that you're doing once a new relationship is established? And is this like emotional maturity or a lack of boundaries? So I think co-parents and healthy co-parenting is absolutely necessary. But access, that's a different conversation. I do want to play a TikTok. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't have enough time to put it up tonight. I was running behind a little bit, so it's down. And whatever this is, I appreciate you viewing wherever you're viewing from. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Make sure you come back and see me whenever those notifications go off. Set your notifications up. But yeah, I wanted to get into that tonight. Let me pull up this video. Wait, hold on. Wait, don't say nothing. As soon as I clicked on it, it started rolling, y'all. So hold on. Oh, Miles, wait. Let's address this before I get in. Can you stop being a parent? If you choose to, it's a choice. If you choose to, you can sign all your rights away and you can end it. I will say this, as a single mother, the switch to turn mothering off, it's there, but it never switches off. You're constantly a mother, especially as a single mother. With no help, there's no switch on off switch. You're constantly a mother. Now, as far as if you choose to not be in that or not be a parent, you can choose not to be a parent. Biologically, you're somebody's father, but if you choose not to parent and you want to sign your rights away, so be it. That's between you and God. That's how I feel about that part. But I'm gonna pull up this video and I know she's caused some controversy across the board, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, but she said some interesting things in here. So let me pull her up. Let me hit share. Y'all hang tight. Let's put her up there like this. We're gonna add her to the stage and where it looks good. To where it looks good for y'all. I'm doing this for y'all. So hang on. That looks good for you. Yeah, there she go. Let's listen to what she had to say. Hold on.
Daddy. That don't mean you gotta show up as a baby daddy. Gonna be a baby daddy. That don't mean you gotta show up as a baby mama. There's a difference between a mother of a child and a baby mama. A baby mama's so desperate she still lets him when he wants to. A baby mama's so desperate that he can pay no bills, do nothing for the kids, but come through at 12 a.m., 1 p.m., get a meal, get some, and kick rocks. That's a baby mama. A mother of the child sets boundaries. This is what it's going to be. This is what it's not going to be. And this is our point of contact. This is when you can call me. This is when you can't call me. And this is how we're going to co-parent. There's a difference. You have to decide on which one you want to be. I want to tell you that you can still be an amazing mother. You can still have an absolutely beautiful family. And you can still find a man who will love the out of you and those babies. I want you to know that because I advocate against the baby daddy thing, the baby mama thing, and the broken family, but I also advocate for people to understand that you're not doomed. It's just about making a different decision. And one decision will change the entire trajectory of your life. All you got to do is make one different decision. And it may be just not to deal with him in that capacity no more. A baby daddy gonna be a baby daddy. That don't mean you got to show up as a baby mama. There's a difference between a mother of a child and a baby mama. A baby mama's so desperate she still lets him when he wants to. And baby mama's so desperate that he can pay no bills, do nothing for the kids, but come through at 12 a.m., 1 p.m., get a meal, get some, and kick rocks. That's a baby mama. A mother of the child sets boundaries. This is what it's going to be. This is what it's not going to be. And this is our point of contact. This is when you can call me. This is when you can't call me. And this is how we're going to co-parent. There's a difference. You have to decide on which one you want to be. I want to tell you that you can still be an amazing mother. You can still have an absolutely beautiful family. And you can still find a man who will love the out of you and those babies. I want you to know that, because I advocate against the baby daddy thing, the baby mama thing, and the broken family, but I also advocate for people to understand that you're not doomed. It's just about making a different decision. And one decision will change the entire trajectory of your life. All you got to do is make one different decision. And it may be just not to deal with him in that capacity no more. A baby daddy gonna.
So I do think that there's a difference in being a baby daddy and a baby mama. The way she explained it too is us as a baby mother. We do have to set those boundaries in allowing what capacity that child's father has in our life. If we're over and done, the pillow talk, the conversations about everyday life, my personal business, anything outside of my child or what's going on with my child, there shouldn't be a conversation. You shouldn't know what I got going on in my personal life, because the only thing that we have together now is that child. So Kira said, I really despise this lady. Shaking my head, her and that chick's there. She's had some controversial things said about her, and I understand that. But when it comes to this topic here, I like what she said about having boundaries as a baby mother. I think that sometimes as a baby mama, we tend to try to hold on to that baby daddy to see if, I'm not gonna say we. Some women try to hold on to see if they can rekindle what they had, and some women they don't tolerate any of that. They keep strict boundaries. We're gonna co-parent. We're gonna talk about what we got going on with our child together, and that's it. They try to keep it too personal. And I see everybody that's in here. Hey Tristan, welcome in. I got a bunch of people watching. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, turn on your notifications, follow me on Instagram. And of course, my lines are open. I'm gonna put the phone number up here for y'all. Let me see. The phone number is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. It is 205-265-1465. 205-265-1465. Now, I will say this. If you are catching this on the rewatch and you got something you want to say, call the number. Leave me a voicemail. Even if I'm not live, leave me a voicemail. And I'm going to put together a show after the show and listen to y'all's voicemails. So let me know what you think about this topic or any of the other shows. And I'll put together a show maybe once a month to catch it on the rewatch, to listen to some of the voicemails y'all leave me if y'all want to do that. If y'all don't want to say it live on air while I'm on air and you just want to call in and leave me a voicemail, you can do that as well. So no, it's not Rihanna Muslim. I appreciate you coming in though. That is Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. That's who's on there. Hey Tess. So let me know what y'all think. Call in. My phone is ready. It's wide open. There's nobody on hold or anything. Let me know what y'all think about co-parents. And let me I do have a poll up. Can y'all see let me know if y'all can see the poll in the chat. Can y'all see the poll in the chat? Is this healthy co-parenting or crossing the line? When you have too much communication, when that other person is going to family functions and everything like that, I can put it at the bottom of the screen, but can y'all see it in the chat? Are y'all able to participate in the chat? Excuse me, y'all. So y'all think it's healthy and mature to be involved in all the co-parenting back and forth, or should it or excuse me, are boundaries being crossed when you do that? Let's see what Miss Kier had to say. She said, I never fault a woman for going back with her baby daddy unless he means her harm. Two people can create a healthy co-parenting relationship with benefits. I definitely agree with that. They have to be, when you're co-parenting though, you got to be on the same level. Y'all have to have the same goals, the same what's the word I'm looking for? The same understanding of what your relationship consists of. So if you're going to be two parents, only parents, that's all y'all need to be talking about is parenting. Y'all don't need to be talking about who's sleeping with who, or what y'all, if you're going out of town with this person, that person, whatever you got going on in your personal, behind the fact of you being a parent. I don't think those things need to be discussed. What I got going on with my life has nothing to do with you. The only thing you got going on with me is your child. That's it. Oh, Miles, y'all can't see the poll? That's crazy. We'll have to check that out. So I'm gonna stop that, and it says hide. I'm gonna see this. Can y'all see the poll up on the screen and y'all just can't see it in the chat? Miles? Is it not one in the chat? I wonder why StreamYard did that then. So we won't do a okay, so I'm gonna stop the poll and I'm gonna hide it. So we're gonna figure that out later on, but I got a call on the hotline. Soft Reign Hotline, who am I speaking with?
Hello, this is Tiz from the Tiz Down.
Oh, hey Tiz. What you got going on?
Just chilling.
Just chilling.
Yeah.
What you got for me on this topic? Do you think it's healthy co-parenting or crossing the line? Do you think it's healthy co-parenting to be immature, to be like involved with everything, like y'all are living two families and blended together, or do you think it's crossing the line, crossing boundary lines?
I would say that the most healthy way for the kids to grow up is to have a blended family. But to be honest, most people aren't mature enough to make that work.
So there's a level of maturity that you have to have.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Look at your relationship with the other person. If y'all don't have a mature relationship, y'all not going to be able to co-parent very well in that way.
Mm-hmm.
But if y'all have a mature relationship, and it works better if you don't like them no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I mean, like, you ain't got no animosity toward them, but you don't like them. The problem with having blended families is it be two of them that still like each other.
They still like each other, and the feelings are still there.
Yeah, like they're not together anymore, but they still like each other. That'd be a huge issue. But when at least one of them is, I don't like her, or I don't like him, usually it's I don't like her. You know what I'm saying? I don't like her is a lot better than I don't like him, in my opinion.
So if boundaries are in place, do you think boundaries have to be in place in order to effectively co-parent?
Yeah. Yeah, you can't have the holiday parent situation. I call it the holiday parent trap, the honey pot. You know what I'm saying? You can't have that holiday honey pot that y'all rekindle every single holiday season if y'all gonna successfully co-parent, because y'all still in a relationship. Y'all just live in different houses.
So what would you consider healthy boundaries?
Y'all don't stay over each other's houses. Y'all, like, even if the kid needs something, like, you don't go stay over her house, she'll come stay over yours. Especially if y'all got got multiple kids, you know, it's not a good idea. You know what I'm saying?
Communication about the child only.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What y'all got to talk about?
You right about that? No emotional dependency. You said that's right too. You said that y'all can't like each other, or he can't like her, basically.
He can't like her. Like, no matter what, he can't like her.
Mm.
It's probably better if she likes him, because it'll make for an easier transition for the child. You know what I'm saying? Also, it's easier for her to not come after him using the government and all the ways.
So let me ask you this. Do you think that you would be comfortable with somebody you're dating taking a family trip with her baby daddy?
No, not at all. That's to assume that I won't even deal with that.
So do you think your partner, or do you think your significant other, do you think your significant
we straight over here, Soft Reign.
do you think that your woman, if you had a woman, I don't know your situation, but if you had a woman, do you think that you should be involved with setting those boundaries with her child's father if she has a child outside of y'all?
Thanks for acknowledging, thanks for acknowledging that, first of all, that nobody knows my business. Second of all, I would say if I have to establish boundaries with her child's father, then I'm gonna leave her.
Okay, so she should come with boundaries already in place.
I mean, either you ready or you're not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What if some of those boundaries aren't as solid as they need to be in your eyes?
Oh, then I'm not gonna be as much as a man as you think I am.
Gotcha. Okay, sis.
Like, I got my own business to handle. I'm about to be handling hers for her.
Miles said new potential relationships are challenging, speaking as someone with no children.
All you gotta do is lay the pipe.
Bye, Tez.
I'm hollering at you later.
All right, Tez. Bye.
Peace out.
Thank you for calling Soft Reign Hotline, Tez. I appreciate you.
You are welcome. Thanks for having me.
All right. That was Tez, y'all. Y'all heard him. Let me turn my ringer on so I can hear it when y'all call, because my ringer be off all the time. So Miles says new potential relationships are challenging, speaking as someone with no children. Miles, since you have no children, have you dated somebody with children? And if you have, or been in a serious relationship with somebody with children, and if you have, tell me what kind of, did you help them establish boundaries, or did they already come with boundaries? Tell me about it. Talk to me. Tell me about it. And I see, Kira, I see what you said about they can't be in the vertical. So if they're on the horizontal, the pole, is the pole in the chat on the horizontal? Yeah. So my phone line is open, y'all. I'm gonna talk about, so you got healthy boundaries, you have flexible boundaries, and you have blurred boundaries. Some healthy boundaries, of course, would be like communication about the child only, being respectful all the time and not personal. Don't be pillow talking, and no emotional dependency. Those three things I feel fall under healthy boundaries. Some flexible boundaries would be occasional family events, group celebrations for the kids, of course, and cordial friendship. Flexible. I think that should be honestly along the blurred line. And then we have the blurred boundaries, which is constant communication beyond the child, emotional intimacy, vacationing together regularly. Y'all know how I am. And new partner feeling like an outsider. So, Kira, let me ask you this. I know you married though, Kira. Would you be comfortable with your man if your man had a baby mama, hypothetically speaking, would you be comfortable with him taking family trips with his baby mama, the mother of his child? I don't think I would be comfortable with that. I think it would depend on if I was attending as well, and two, um, how far along we are in the relationship. That's. Miles said, oh, okay, hold on. We already read it. He said, yeah, I tried. Boundaries were in place, but hard to build a bond with mama. I had to date the family. When you say date the family, do you mean other than the kids as well? Because you have some families out there who are so invested in their family members' personal life, like relationships, that if you're really interested in that person, you have to date their family, the mama, the sister. You have to be friends with the brother, all of that. So do you think that was part of it, or was it just the kids? Plug said, "Hey, Plug." Plug said, "Healthy boundaries are do's and don'ts." Yes, of course. Momo is in the building. Hey, Queen. Hey, Miss Momo. Thank you for coming in. Do you got any? I know you probably just got here. We're talking about healthy boundaries um between co- I'm trying to pull up this next. Oh, there I go. There I go. I was buffering for a minute. Miles is answering all my questions tonight. Thank you, Miles. Miles said mother and son. Half the dates were at family gatherings. Ooh, I see that, Miles. I see it. Are y'all still with me? My internet went out. I had to connect to my phone, y'all. Y'all give me some raindrops or some umbrellas in the chat if y'all are still with me. Can y'all hear me okay? Am I up on the stage? Is everything going good? Tess said RSC. I appreciate you, Tess. Oh, yeah, y'all are still here. I appreciate y'all. My internet is acting foolish. It was acting foolish earlier, too. So I thank y'all for still rocking with me. Momo said, I definitely think it's important to have a good co-parenting relationship. It's critical, and I want my partner to as well. I also think if you're thinking long term, y'all should want to be happy and blended. Definitely. Oh, thank y'all. Oh, thank you. Thank y'all. AT&T is acting foolish. I'm gonna pull up this next video. I wonder if I'm gonna have to, let's see, share screen. There we go. Wait a minute.
Non-existent, for real. Non-existent. Like,
so
or very little.
What the communication got to be like with the BM and him?
None. Like, non-existent, for real. Non-existent. Like,
so
or very little. He has to hate her, for real.
So if she FaceTiming him throughout the day to show little shit like
absolutely
that?
Absolutely not.
But if it's about the kid,
you don't need to FaceTime. First of all, kids got phones nowadays. What y'all need to FaceTime for? My baby daddy not FaceTiming me. Like, what did you? No, it's a no. If your baby mama is FaceTiming you, it's a right.
So you don't like them situations where the baby daddy and the baby mama just be real cool, like real friends after it's over?
Why would y'all? Why would y'all need to be real cool?
Hey, you a lot more like me than you care to acknowledge.
No, I'm not gonna.
You a lot like me. You're essentially saying you don't want no communication.
What do they need to communicate for?
The child.
The child can communicate with that parent.
You got to understand the child might still want, hey, can we dress up like a family on
Absolutely
Halloween?
Not. No.
The child might be like, look, I want to open up gift. Like if the Christmas is around the corner. If this baby say, hey, dad, I want to wake up with you and my mom on Christmas. What do you do?
Okay, you stay at your mom's house till 10 a.m., 11 a.m. You go to your daddy's house and open the gifts. Like, what the fuck?
Because like
y'all got two houses, they can go to both places in one day.
That's a big thing for kids, opening up gifts with their mama and their daddy there.
It's a no.
So if the kid wanted no.
The fuck?
So you putting your feelings before the kid. See, you heard that? She putting herself before the children.
Listen,
I didn't say it. You know what I'm saying?
The child can open. It's a no.
So if the kid wanted no.
So
you putting your feelings before the kids. See, you heard that? She putting herself before the children.
Listen,
I didn't say it. You know what I'm saying?
The child can open gifts at both houses in the same day. Why do it got to be y'all got to be a family and open it up together?
It is kind of different when you open it up together, though. I ain't gonna lie. It hit a little.
You finna
different.
go put on pajamas and go see your baby mama house and open up gifts to your kid. I'm good. Y'all be a family. Y'all need to be together. Like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? You need to be with your baby mama. Call me in 5 years when your child is fucking 18 or something.
That's cold. Gang.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna ask you a different question.
You want the baby daddy dead, but it's cold when I say they can't open gifts together.
So let's say your baby daddy get a new girlfriend.
He has a new girlfriend.
Would you be mad if she outdid you on Christmas?
She can't.
Bought your kid
she cannot.
All kind of shit.
Did you hear me? She can't.
You know what I'm saying? Like pulled up with a car or something.
Did you hear what I said? She can't. It's not possible.
All right. Hypothetically, she hit the lotto and it happened and she come with big shit. Would you feel away?
No. I would be like, y'all milk that.
What the communication got to be?
I'll listen to it one more time. My brain was not focused. So I see in the chat, Momo done call her goofy, and I get it, but I'm just gonna listen one more time to some of the questions that he asked her.
Like with the BM and him?
None. Like non-existent, for real. Non-existent. Like or very little. He has to hate her, for real.
So if she FaceTiming him throughout the day to show little shit like
absolutely
that?
Absolutely not.
But if it's about the kid,
you don't need to FaceTime. First of all, kids got phones nowadays. What y'all need to FaceTime for? My baby daddy not FaceTiming me. Like, what did you? No, it's a no. If your baby mama is FaceTiming you, it's a wrap.
So you don't like them situations where the baby daddy and the baby mama just be real cool, like real friends after it's over?
Why would y'all? Why? Why would y'all need to be real cool?
Hey, you a lot more like me than you care to acknowledge.
No, I'm not gonna.
You a lot like me. You're essentially saying you don't want no communication.
What do they need to communicate for?
The child.
The child can communicate with that parent.
You got to understand the child might still want, hey, can we dress up like a family on
Absolutely
Halloween?
Not. No.
The child might be like, look, I want to open up gift. Like if the Christmas is around the corner. If this baby say, hey, dad, I want to wake up with you and my mom on Christmas, what do you do?
Okay, you stay at your mom's house till 10 a.m., 11 a.m., you go to your daddy house and open the gifts. Like, what the fuck?
Because like
y'all got two houses, they can go to both places in one day.
That's a big thing for kids, opening up gifts with their mama and their daddy there.
It's a no.
So if the kid wanted no. So you putting your feelings before the kid. See, you heard that? She putting herself before the children.
We don't have to listen no more of that, y'all, because she is foolish. Plug said, as a man with no children, a man should treat the child when dealing with the women. A man should treat the child when dealing with the women with children like they are his own. If that's an issue, don't get involved at all. I totally agree. Momo said she sounded like a whole goofy. She also says, Shorty insecure AF. She be wild and small-minded chicks. Uncle Plug said her brain slow motion, Momo. Too Tight says she angry for no reason. I can tell she messed up. Momo said, did she just say her man better hate his? Yeah, that's what she said. Kira, I be having that souls moment. Kira said a woman girlfriend like this creates issues between the baby daddy and the baby mama. Absolutely. She was definitely wilding. I think she probably has some prior trauma and issues in other relationships that she's been in for her to feel the way she feels. I feel that when it comes to co-parenting, that both the parents should do what's in the best interest of the child. And if that is waking up together on Christmas, accommodations need to be made. You know, at the end of the day, both parents need to be on the same, in alignment when it comes to being there for that child. You know, the home is already broken up, you know, so whatever accommodations need to be in place to make sure that child grows up well and loved from both ends needs to be made. So I know we got some men in the chat, so I want to ask the men, would you be okay if your woman was best friends with her child's father? And I'm not talking about just cordial, but like vacationing, laughing, texting on the regular, like they was like just real friends. Would you be okay with that? And don't be lying for the chat either. So, I think when it comes down to this too, peace, keeping everything peaceful for that child to cultivate is the word we've been using this week in the RSC. Cultivate across the RSC. Cultivate a loving relationship all around. And I got a call on the Soft Reign Hotline. Let me see who this is, y'all. Soft Reign Hotline.
One to send a voicemail.
We're gonna press 1. Soft Reign Hotline. Who I got on the hotline tonight?
Classic.
Hey, Classy. Thank you for calling in. What you got for me?
What's up? What up, Raindrops in the chat? What's going on, everybody? I was gonna say, you asked a question. You said for the men in the chat, you said the answer what now?
Would you be okay if your woman was best friends with her child's father? And I'm not talking about just cordial, but like vacationing together, laughing, texting on the regular.
No, I'm good. I wouldn't even get in that situation. Let me just make it work. You know, they need to go ahead and stop playing in everybody's face, wasting other grown folks' time, and just make it work. You know, they need to figure out what they're doing. Because if they can be all chummy like that, for sure they could be in a relationship. I'm not trying to hear it. They absolutely can. And if they're getting along to that degree, he's still cracking every now and again, for sure. So yeah, I never seen a situation where like they co-parent with such great spirit towards each other and they ain't got nothing bad to say about each other and nobody feels no type of way and they not still getting it in a couple times a year at minimum.
Couple times a year.
I wouldn't even. Yeah, for sure, absolutely, especially around the holidays. Especially, yeah, I wouldn't even put myself in that situation at all.
So you don't think somebody could just be better off as friends and not good together as, you know, in a relationship as boyfriend, girlfriend, or man, woman, husband, wife? They could just be better off as friends?
Yeah, I mean, are they going to be friends with benefits?
Not necessarily.
You gonna roll the dice on that?
I wouldn't.
I'm not betting on that parlay. I'm good.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna take them. Why even put like there's somebody perfectly single in the world? I'm cool.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even gonna play that game. They need to be medium. They need to be medium turbulent. That's the best way to be. Medium turbulent.
Medium turbulent.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like they get along good enough. You know what I'm saying? And it works, you know, but that's it. Like they lightweight, both of them lightweight, irritated with each other a little bit, but they amicable. Yeah, I need it like that. If they get along too good, then it's a problem.
So what are some red flags that have your antennas go up when you're potentially dating somebody who has a child? What would be something to be like, no, I can't do this?
If they just sitting on the phone, like just talking, like just sit, like, okay, you call to check on something about the shorty, and then that turned into a 30-minute regular conversation. It's too much going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you call me insecure if you want to. I'm not sticking around to find out about it.
I hear that.
Yeah.
All right. You got anything? You got anything else for the chat?
Nah, Midnight Madness in the morning for the people that's gonna be up early. I'm hitting the gym with, you know what I'm saying?
What time you hitting
it? Probably about 4 a.m.
4 a.m. Central. Y'all heard it here. Class is gonna be in the gym live for Midnight Madness at 4 a.m. So y'all get up early with Classic and get y'all workout in. Yeah. Hey, Classic, wait before you go. It's been a minute since you did Red Room.
I know. I've been sleepy. I'll bring Red Room back this weekend.
Okay. All right. We're gonna make sure we tune in the Red Room too.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for calling in, Classic.
For sure. That's a great topic too. Great show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll talk to you.
All right. So y'all heard from Classic. Classic said he can't do it. He cannot do it. So let's get some of these comments right quick. Oh, wait, I gotta roll it. Y'all in here with the comments. Let's see. I think I read this one. Kira said, a woman girlfriend like this create issues between the baby daddy and the baby mama. And In Too Deep, we appreciate you. He said, welcome in, newbies. As you come in, please click the like button, of course. It's a free way to support the channel. If they charge you, like I said, if they charge you, let me know so we can handle that. Too Tight said, hell no. I had to say it like that, y'all. Stop you right there, baby. Ain't no vacationing in ish. Miles said, no, won't work. She needs to go back to the dude. And Too Deep said, no, ma'am. Momo said, classic. She said, we not besties, but we cordial. Vacations is definitely a bit much. What if they were like coordinated well? Like the daddy had his own room, the mommy had her own room, other family is there, and they just, vacationing together is like Disneyland or something for the first time. The child's first time experiencing Disneyland or something. How y'all feel about that? Miles said, that just means I'm one of several dudes. Too Tutai said, yeah, I'm not even entertaining that at the end of the day. Rigid, hey Rigid, welcome in. He said, with her child's father, I'll just ask her, how does it look? And that'll tell me if she do or don't got it all. And Too Deep said, my daughter's mom and I hate each other and I can still crack. That's wild. That's wild, and Too Deep. That's wild. That made me question. Nah, I'm gonna leave it alone. Leave it alone. Momo said, I'm a classic, respectful, but not too much. Richard said she put that pressure on you. Classic said. Roxy, hey Roxy, welcome in, welcome in. And Momo said, no, I'm not going on vacation with my baby daddy. We're gonna be cool. But that's for him and his wife. Definitely doesn't need to include me. I get it. I get it. Even with all the kids there, Momo, you know I'm gonna keep asking. I'm not trying to sway your answer, but yeah. So that's all I got for y'all tonight. But I'll tell you, I'm gonna stay around. We're gonna play some classic. Oh, I got a phone call. Let's see who this is.
Into the
Oh,
To accept.
Soft Reign Hotline. Who do I have on the hotline?
this is into deep.
Hi, NCD. What you got for me?
Just to answer your question,
Mhm.
I guess you have. I apologize. I had a little nappy, and I'm kind of waking up to baby mama and father are cool.
They can be
And-
cordial.
I get it, but not in the same house, not in the same room, not with me in.
Not with you in it.
Here's what my understanding is,
Mhm.
and tell me if I'm wrong. If you guys are best friends and you talk on the daily, you co-parent, wonderful, why aren't you guys together?
Yeah, same thing with class would say. If everything is all wonderful, then why aren't y'all together? I mean, it could be that they're better off as friends only, that they can't sustain a relationship together. There's some instances out there where that man and woman, once it passes that friend boundary, it just falls apart. They're better off as friends and they cannot be emotionally connected like that because it falls apart.
Just think of it this way. And as a person who's dated in both spectrums, right? I can say I've dated a woman who had children and vice versa, right? Me having a daughter or whatever, right? If I had a really good relationship with my daughter's mom, knowing the history that we had, the whole component, with everything involved, and I was still able to talk to her on the phone, I wouldn't necessarily allow her to be with anybody else. That's just me, right? Because I'm territorial. Men typically are territorial, especially with someone that they're really good friends with. And so if I'm dealing with somebody of that age, I have to stay away from my daughter as much as possible when we were at our worst, right? Where it couldn't be cordial. So if it was the opposite way around, I couldn't imagine allowing another dude to interfere with my ability to have a good relationship with her at the same time, especially if we were best friends. And I didn't even like. I'm not even going to get into the situation because I could tell you a contradictory story than what you're talking about, right? Like I'm oil and water to my baby mom, so I wouldn't want to be in the same room for more than 2 minutes. Going to her graduation was hard enough for me as it is, and I'm not even affected by her like that. So I could just imagine if I was good friends with her, if I could still crack while I'm angry or hated, what do you think it's going to be when I'm the best friends with that woman?
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I don't understand. Like I would ask if I was a guy coming into your situation, and you all kiki and ha ha ha, and I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, where's our conversation like that? And we don't have that, but you have with your baby dad. I'm gonna have a problem with it. Vice versa. Would you want your baby dad kikiing with another baby mom while you over there have problems?
I mean, if me and my man were in a relationship and he has a good cordial relationship with his baby mama, then so be it. They're gonna laugh together, be there for their child together. I'm all for it. Let it be cordial, let it be happy. I'm all for a peaceful relationship, a peaceful environment. I don't want to be in chaos and drama or none of that. I want to be in a peace. And if that's what's keeping the peace with them, having good conversations about their child and including, being present equally for their child, and so be it. I'm all for it. Now, if you laughing, hee hee, ha ha, and kikiing with with her on on a personal level, like pillow talking and stuff like that, then no, of course not. But as long as it's got to do with the child and it's cultivating a peaceful environment, then I'm all for it.
I've never seen that though.
It's possible.
Not even
where?
In the movies, or you can't even put that. You can't put those together.
I think it's possible. Two mature adults.
I mean, it could be possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
We should go to the moon. We should go to the moon and walk. Is that possible? You should think that. But I'm just saying, until you actually see it, like you said, where you're having a conversation with your baby mom, and I'm over here kikiing and kikiing, and me and you got a problem. I'm not going to sleep. I know I'm not going to sleep. She's going to be like, what y'all kikiing about?
That's what I'm saying. As long as it's not like personal pillow talking and y'all are in each other's business in that manner, then that's something different. But if it's got to do with the child and is cultivating a peaceful environment, a peaceful, loving environment for that child.
I got some ice water in hell for you. I got some ice water in hell for you. I'm serious. That's all I'm going to tell you. I got some ice water in hell where it doesn't melt. Okay? The ice will not melt. You could drink the whole glass of water, but you will never not be thirsty again. Because if that scenario could happen in a real, I would love to see it. Especially on the guy. I don't know how the female side would work because I'm not a female, but on the guy side, I don't know how to be able to sleep. And when we're talking about a black woman, I ain't never seen it. I ain't never seen it. I've never seen it.
It's out there somewhere. Maybe just not close by you.
It would be a sight to see. I pay money to go. I would want to see if that person ever got into a fight or argument afterwards. The guy would never be able to walk out of that situation. He got a big old shit-eating grin. My baby mama is funny as hell. She said XYZ, blah, 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 with such and such a do, and you over here having problems. And I said that to you. I know I'm not getting sleep. I know it. You're like, so it's that funny. Yeah. I could just hear it. I could feel it in the back of my neck. The hairs in the back of my neck.
Well, then you're with somebody who is insecure. Then you can't. Whenever you're dealing with, whenever you have these situations too, that person can't be insecure. They have to be secure with who they are, secure within a relationship as well. They cannot be insecure.
Hey, it sounds perfect to me.
In a perfect world,
I would love to see it.
In a perfect
I would love
world.
to see it.
Yeah.
In a perfect world, I would love to see. I would love to see that on TV. I would love to see that on TV. I'd watch that every day.
I actually, you know what? I actually know 2 families that I don't know what happens behind the scenes, but from what I know of those families
Right.
and what I see, those 2 families, they're cordial with across co-parents and lines, and it works out for them great. No issues. When everybody plays their part with being the mother, the bonus mom or dad, and being the father, and when everybody plays their part equally, like they're supposed to, and really do it for the kids, it's possible. But you all have to be mature. You all have to be secure in your relationship and within yourself as well. So I think that it's possible, but you just got to make sure that you're with somebody who can cultivate that peace, can make sure that environment is great. Because at the end of the day, it's for the kids. The kid,
I get it.
once those kids,
I'm with
yeah.
you. I'm with you.
I mean, I know
I'm with you.
sometimes relationships get sour and whatnot, but at one point, I mean, you're gonna have to do what it takes to make sure that child grows up and know that they are loved and that their parents love them, regardless of the parents, whatever the parents ended up, however they ended up. So
it sounds wonderful.
I know.
I wish I would have had that. I wish I would have had that, because if I were to have that, I think I would have a more well-rounded and adjusted young lady.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
And two, we gotta, I'm gonna tell you this. Some of the best advice I got was from my sister-in-law. Whenever I had just had my son, and she said, what did she say? 2 things. And this first thing is simple. I told her I was having trouble at that time with going back to sleep after I was feeding him, and he was a newborn, feeding him in the middle of the night, and I was frustrated and tired as a new mom. And she told me, she said, April, remember this one thing. She said, anytime you get frustrated with being a mom or just things not going your way, and of course, everybody has said this, say to yourself and believe in it that this too shall pass. That's one thing. And the other thing is that no matter what anybody tells you or anybody advises you, nobody knows what they're really doing. They're just doing it.
That is true. You can read all the books in the world and still not do the right thing or get the right training. I can see that.
And she said, as parents, we really don't know what we're doing. We're just going. No two people parent the same.
I agree. If I had a child now at my age, I would definitely raise my child differently than I did.
What you? Yeah, absolutely.
You call it.
Yeah.
I mean, your wisdom is different once you're young. I think it's sitting on. I was an older parent. I didn't have my daughter until I was like 28. So I wasn't like a spring chicken or anything like that.
I was 32. I was 32. Yes, I get it.
Yeah, different parenting, of course. But in this modern era, I don't know what I would be able to, with what we have right now to combat. I could just imagine what it's like with I don't know how old your son is, but being that I don't know. I don't want to pry in your situation, but in my situation, I had to have distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just because it was volatile, you know what I mean? And I would have loved to have been able to have that kind of camaraderie between the parents. So that way, I mean, my daughter is here now at 20, going on 22 now. I mean, like when she was in her teens, so it's a little bit different. and our communication is not as effective as I would like it to be. And it's a lot of it is a lot of my fault as well. I take responsibility for not. I don't want to start anything, but fighting for her a little bit more. But the court and the cost of court, it at the time wasn't viable for me. If that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
They price men out for sure. And so every single time I'd have an issue, I was in court. And so it makes you, as a man, a little bit more bitter. I got bitter through the process. And so you become short with your conversation. As soon as I get to my level, I need to get off the phone or shut off, because I'm, like I said, I don't know if I told you, but I'm a little hot-headed. I know I don't sound like it now, but when I was young, couldn't tell me nothing, right? So that's what I said. I was the oil at one point, and then now she's the oil and I'm the water, because, you know, I told her it would end up this way, where she's going to be with the strongest person who can financially afford her. So we switch roles now. I'm taking over as the adult side. So that being said, it's different for everyone, but I don't even talk to her. Like, I haven't said more than 3 words to her in over 10 years. So I couldn't imagine having good friendship with that person to have a conversation to where I would feel comfortable kiki and ha-haing around on the phone. But, oh yeah, my baby mom, hell no. I ain't gonna say anything bad about her, but I ain't gonna say anything about that. I'm not gonna mention the situation. You know what I mean? So if I could have what you were talking about, that would have been preferred, being more mature. I'm sorry, I wasn't, and I'm still not going to be. I'd rather be an SOB. You know what I mean? Because I went through not only the financial cost, dealing with the police, dealing with, you know, the baby mama boyfriend situation, and having to go through all the jumps and hoops to get past just to have a relationship with someone. Yeah, it was trying for me. So I'm jaded. So I couldn't see a perfect storm in what you're talking about. But at the end of the day, if it were to happen, it would happen to a person that deserves it and who's able to go past the feelings and the emotions and the mental tolls of all the good stuff that, you know, most people are having in that situation. So yeah, if that was a TV show, it probably wouldn't get any ratings. Because everybody likes the volatile, you know, mess. They like the
drama.
I'm pretty sure of it. I guarantee you guys, y'all would have a kick out of what all the stuff I went through.
Oh goodness.
Yo, you would have a kick. Like, people come into your house in the middle of the night, wanting to whoop on you. Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I got stories. But anyway, I don't want to bore you with that. But I just want to say you're doing great. I love your work. I appreciate the opportunity to do the call in, and make sure everybody who is on the rewatch to call in and leave a voicemail and tell people what you're thinking and thought processes, because I believe Miss Soft Reign here. Is it conversation with Soft Reign? I don't want to.
It's
mess with you, but
yeah, you can do conversation with Soft Reign or Soft Reign. That's fine. Soft Reign is fine. Everybody, you type in Soft Reign, it comes to my page, so it's all good.
Okay.
Soft Reign is fine.
Yeah, make sure you leave in a voicemail.
Yeah.
Definitely leave a voicemail for the young lady here. A great mom in her own right, and hopefully she has that kind of relationship. I pray for you to have something of that nature.
Well, thank you.
Your transition.
I appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you for calling in. Thank you for supporting always too, as well, sharing our stuff and commenting.
I have nothing better to do. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Well, we appreciate
my pleasure.
you.
I thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So thank you, Into Deep, for calling in. You know, some relationships are toxic. They don't, you know, they're not it's hard. It's hard to have a cordial relationship with your child's mother or father. You know, people tend to have bitterness set in, and they don't know how to release that or give it up for the benefit of the child, you know. Momo responded to our last conversation. She said, "No, I'm not going on vacation with my baby daddy. We gonna be cool, but that's for him and his wife. Definitely doesn't need to include me." She also said, "I don't care if it's a tribe of us. I'll go with my man and his kids. All my baby daddy can do is help his kids and payments. If you mean." We got another phone call.
Roxy.
Oh,
To accept.
Soft Reign Hotline. Who do I have on the hotline?
Hey, that's Roxy.
Hey, Roxy. How you doing tonight?
Hi. Doing okay. How about you?
I'm pretty good. I'm enjoying this show. I'm glad y'all stayed with me even when my internet went out. You want me to read your comment, or you want to just give your take on it?
No, you can go ahead and read my comment. I'll give you my take on it from my experience.
Okay, so Roxy said, "For real, it's just out here winging it to figure out how to tailor the way you parent your own child. Some days are a simple, easy day, and some days are that the Lord has tested you." Laugh out loud, for real, for real. So you want to elaborate on that? Or you want to talk about boundaries and blended families?
Well, first I want to talk about boundaries and blended families.
Okay.
At one point, from experience with my daughter, whenever she was young, me and my ex didn't really get along and see eye to eye, but me and his spouse did. And we knew that what it was is that we needed to make it about the kids and not about us and our feelings. So our feelings needed to stay out of it because it's more about the kids and what they needed, and they needed to know their siblings.
Right.
And it's better to have two homes than it is to have one home. At one point, this was good, and then it fell off. And it was because of his actions, not because of my actions or her actions. Me and her actually got along actually very well. And we were able to communicate very effectively. And I'd actually prefer to communicate with her
than him. I can see that.
Because we understood what it was about to be making it sure that it was always about the kids and not about being selfish in any other kind of way. He had a tendency of making it about him, and he wanted to try to have his cake and eat it too.
So y'all two had a level head, and he didn't.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Roxy. When do you think it's important to meet the significant other? So when did y'all actually, you and his new person, girlfriend, or whatever, wife, whatever she was to him, when did y'all actually meet? And when would you advise somebody to meet that other person?
Well, my story was very different.
Oh, okay.
I can't necessarily give any advice on any time as to when to meet someone.
Mm-hmm.
My ex, his ex before me. So they had more history than me and him had history.
Mm.
They had more kids than me and him had kids. He had a bit of a problem stepping out. And it was not a situation that I was aware of until much later. Me and him ended significantly before I had my daughter.
Okay.
But I knew on my own that for me, if I lay with a man, I better be able to raise this child on my own if I need to. Do I want to? Absolutely not. Do I want my child to have a consistent father? Yes. But my child's father could not be consistent enough to be there for her. He couldn't be there physically, mentally. I wasn't even worried about financially. I figured out how to do it on my own. Never put him on child support or anything like that.
Well, you a good one for that because I sure did put mine on. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Roxy.
Hey, we all got to do our own thing.
Yeah.
But
no, I get it. I get it. But
seeing my mom do it on her own, not asking my father for anything. And it was one of those things. I was raised just to figure it out. Take care of it my own self and figure it out. Do I want to do that? No. But I wanted to have my daughter's father there. He had a problem with manipulating the story, lying about things, making up things to make him sound good. And at one point, whenever she was 7.5 months old, they ended up moving out of state. And I got told a completely different story. He confessed and told me it was all an actual lie about 1.5 months later. So it was a consistent struggle with him to be honest, a consistent struggle with him to live in reality and just keep it 100 with me. I never wanted my daughter to grow up without a father, or especially an active father. But he continued to be so inconsistent from the age of 7.5 months to 2.5 years, living out of state. Couldn't call on a regular basis. Couldn't just even text on a regular basis. There were times he came up and visited, and we were going to have all the kids meet up and everything like that and play, and she was about 2 years old. And then he tried backing out because he didn't have money for the kids to eat lunch or anything like that, and it was getting to be around lunchtime. I said, I'm not worried about that. I need y'all to show up so she can meet her siblings, she can have a good time, and she can spend time with her siblings. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about the kids. And I've always been a person to say, your kids are my kids. And not to toot my own horn, but it was, okay, fine, we're meeting up at the mall. Everybody can get something to eat. So I made sure all the kids ate because I wanted to make sure they at least got to spend time with each other and love on each other and have that sibling relationship. Even if it wasn't going to last, I would have rather it last, but I know that I put my best foot forward, and I couldn't say that I didn't try.
Right.
I was willing to do nearly anything to make it work so that way my daughter could have her father in her life as well as she could have her siblings in her life. Because there's no such thing as, to me, half siblings or anything like that. If it's your sister or your brother, it don't matter if I am the mother or not.
Yeah. Me and my brother, we have different fathers, but I've never called him my half brother. You know, we got the same mama. Right. You know, even if we had different mothers, I'm never like, oh, that's my half brother. No, that's my brother. You know, so I get that definitely. So
exactly,
yeah. So, yeah. So let me ask you this though: do you think it's the man's responsibility, or no? I'm not gonna put it on man, woman. Okay, so the person who has the child, so say for instance, is it my responsibility to reach out to my baby daddy's current person that he's with, or is it the baby daddy's responsibility to facilitate that?
I think it's all three adults. responsibility, especially if they're in a serious relationship and I'm the one on the outside and I'm just the baby mama. I think it's all three of us, because we got to put our feelings aside and how we feel about things, and we got to put it in front of the kids. The kids need to come first and not any of us. And that's not done enough. I wish that I could say that it was done enough still, but it's not. It got to the point where, at least for me personally, me and her would text back and forth more than me and him. And just talking about the kids and letting each other know how the kids are doing and everything like that and what's going on. I got along with her because she wasn't trying to have her cake and eat it too. He was always trying to have his cake and eat it too. And once I am done, I am done. And he didn't understand that. He thought because he had a tie with me like that he could come back anytime he wanted to. I'm like, no, you're in a whole relationship over there. You need to stop being selfish and putting yourself in front of everything else. Putting yourself in front of all these kids.
Right. You got anything else for him, Roxy?
I think it's one of those things where it's like you just gotta stop looking at yourself and start looking at kids. Kids are gonna do better with more parents. Kids are gonna do better with their siblings.
Yeah.
And do I wish it would have remained that way? Absolutely. But then he got back to doing his stuff again and trying to be slick about things. And then he became inconsistent and not being consistent for our daughter. And it got to the point where I told him, like, I'm not going to pick up the pieces that you leave me with for the broken child, because she is being told that you are going to come and pick her up, or you're going to come and spend time with her, and you're hours late because you chose not to show up, or you just can't be consistent.
Let me tell you what I learned with that in my situation. I never, in the 10 plus years my child's been on this earth, I have never, ever told him I've never told him that, hey, you're seeing your dad today. Hey, your dad is coming for Christmas. Hey, your dad is going to show up for your birthday. Hey, your dad is going to meet us here while we're out today. Never, ever, ever have I ever told him that. Never. Because the one time that he doesn't show, that my child will be disappointed. And that's one thing I never let happen. So if you tell me you're coming, okay. Okay, that's I'll fine. I'll see you when you get there. But you're gonna be a surprise for him. Yeah. There's been times that he said, Mommy, where are we going? I'll tell you when we get there. That way when we do get there and he doesn't show, then I got something else, a backup for it, So and
exactly, because I'm not about to pick up the pieces that he just broke.
Right. And now he's getting old enough to where TMI. But now he's getting old enough, and this is a whole nother subject too. The kids get old enough to where they can communicate with the other parent on their own. And I think that unless it's got something to do with their health or what activities and whatnot they're doing, then that child and that parent can continue to communicate. And actually our communication can lessen, and the parents' communication can lessen, and then that relationship can still build with the other parent. So, but that's a whole nother subject, a whole nother segment, a whole nother show. So, but I appreciate you calling in, Roxy.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I just figured I know you hear from the guys a lot, so I'm going to give my perspective on it.
I appreciate you.
Say from my experience on it, whether it's TMI or not.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well,
that's the whole purpose. You're so right and calling in.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I appreciate you.
Well, you have a great night, and you are doing a fabulous job with your show. I love it.
Thank you,
even if I
Roxy.
get in late.
I
But
really
you doing your thing.
I appreciate you, Roxy. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for calling.
Of course.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I did get off on a little, not tangent, but a little bit of TMI with that. And that's a whole nother show. Single mamas dealing with, and single parents, period, dealing with parents who don't follow through on what they said they would. So maybe we can explore that another day. Another day. Do y'all have anything else for me when it comes to tonight's topic of blended families or blurred boundaries? I'll leave the phone line open, well, for one more call if somebody else wants to call in. In the meantime, I did want to say hi to Shed Light Upon Darkness. Welcome in. Thank you for stopping in and leaving a comment. Make sure you leave a like. And of course, y'all, we are going to be in Columbus, Georgia, my hometown. I can't wait. It's going to be great. On June the 6th at 8 o'clock at the Hideaway Lounge in Columbus, Georgia. Tickets are on sale. There is a limited number of seats along with a limited number of early bird tickets. Now, once those early bird tickets are gone, and to me is at a great price. Once those tickets are gone, then it's going to go up to regular price and it's not going to come back down. So make sure y'all go ahead and get your tickets for that. They have great food, great drinks, and hookah as well. We got a great DJ that's going to be spinning all the 90s hits. Make sure you come in your 90s gear. I got to get me an outfit together for the 90s. So yeah, make sure y'all check us out. Also, if y'all don't know, I am part of the Raw Society Coalition. I'm their first lady. Along with, matter of fact, let me get that pulled up. Hold on. I'm going to pull it up to where y'all can see what we got going on. Let me, I'm going to move me down to the corner. Boom. There we go. So I am part of the, let me move this comment out the way as well. Hide this other one. Boom. There we go. I am part of the Raw Society Coalition. And of course, like Ted's Classic and everybody else says, we form together like Voltron. And that consists of the classic codes. You heard him on the phone tonight. Souls of Thought, he was in the comment. Uncle Plug TV was in the comments as well. Myself, Conversation with Soft Reign, and the Ted's Down called, and he was in the comments as well. Make sure you screenshot this. I'm going to hide the comments so y'all can see a good screenshot that. And if you go over to the Raw Society Coalition's page, if you just type in Raw Society Coalition in the top bar of YouTube and go to our page, there is a link. It has all of our links to the store that we have, our merch store. The whole store is still 10% off. We're rolling with that sale for right now. Y'all need to buy some of our merch. It's great quality as well. The link to the Eventbrite that you see that's in the chat is on the Raw Society Coalition site as well. And then all of our links to our personal channels are on there as well. So even if you don't want to look up all of us, go over to the Raw Society Coalition page, click the links, and all of our links are there as well. And Into Deep just put that in the chat for us, the link to the Raw Society Coalition page. I'm trying to see if I got a video up here from Chicago. And I don't, y'all, or I would play it like everybody else. But no, I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. I've had a great time talking about blurred boundaries. When it comes to family dynamics of co-parenting. Let me move this out. I'm still trying to get used to StreamYard, y'all. So yeah, there we go. Let me put my background back up. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. We're gonna figure out these polls too. I think Kira said that the polls show up on the vertical, but not. I mean, on the horizontal, but not the vertical. The polls, but we're gonna figure that out too. That's something new in StreamYard. And yeah, it was a good show. I appreciate y'all coming. Let me go. I'm gonna do my little synopsis right quick of what we did. So we talked about, you know what? Peace. Peace is beautiful. I think with co-parenting, there should be some structure. And the structure protects those relationships. You can co-parent successfully without creating confusion, of course. Yes, you do need to set boundaries. When they're not clear, somebody always ends up uncomfortable. That's all it is. So, you can't, just because everybody is smiling in the picture doesn't mean that everybody feels secure behind the scenes. So if y'all didn't get through tonight on the telephones, make sure, if you're catching this on a rewatch, go ahead and call that number that you see on the screen. I'll put it up in a few minutes. Leave me a voicemail. Let me know what you think. Then I'm going to revisit those voicemails in another episode and we'll talk about it. So do that. And I'll give you another one. I won't listen to the voicemail until I bring it up on the show. How about that? So if you didn't get through tonight, don't worry. The hotline's always open. Leave me a voicemail. You can drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know, is this healthy or are the lines too blurred? Boundaries aren't about control. They're about respect. So I appreciate everybody who tapped in tonight. Everybody in the chat that was in here. Let's roll back through right quick. I know In Too Deep was in here. Too Tight was in here. Classic Codes, Momo, the Tez Down was in here. Tristan came in. Miles came in. Uncle Plug TV. Jen was in here. Roxy, Rigid. Oh, thank y'all, everybody. Y'all make me feel so much. I be full of gratitude when I get off here. For real, for real. Who else was in here? Somebody else was in here. Shed Light Upon Darkness. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. I really appreciate all of y'all. I'm really doing this, y'all. I can't believe this. You know what? Real quick before I get off. Thank you to Souls Norris. Yes, I called your government name because if it wasn't for you, I would have never tapped into doing this. You got me out my comfort zone, for real, for real. And I appreciate this because I've been having fun for it's been almost a year. Well, no, a year in June will be a year. June, July-ish will be a year. So I appreciate you. I really do. You did that. So y'all showed up tonight. I like that. And if nobody told you today, adjust your crown, queen, rest your heart. You are loved. You are held. And don't forget, your reign is safe with me. Thank y'all.
Let's meet around 4. I look in your eyes, you look to the side. Could tell that you nervous, your hands a little cold. When we lock eyes, you bite up your lip and crack a little smile. Everything is a shorty so gorgeous. She fine, her face for a portrait. I'm knowing she noticed, but I'm trying to stay focused. My poker face holding. But I feel like she knowing. And I'm trying to control it. She inviting me over.